Good afternoon and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day number 174, part 4. Use the Sefer Hachinuch, Mitzvah Day keeps your soul on its way. And we're continuing with the mitzvah entitled the shaving the Metzora on the seventh day, found in the third book of Vayikra, Parshas Metzora. The Rambam now cites two sources to demonstrate that the two requirements of the Nazir, shaving and bringing the offerings, are both considered part of one process that terminates the restrictions of Naziris. The Nazir is required to bring 3 offerings at the conclusion of his term. The standard procedure is for the Nazir to have one of his sacrifices offered, then shave his head, and then offer the other 2. In the case of the first source cited by the Rambam, the first offering is found to be invalid after the entire procedure had been completed. Okay, in the 6th chapter of Nazir, the sages said the Nazir shaved after offering the first sacrifice, and the other sacrifices were subsequently offered, and the first sacrifice was found to be invalid. His shaving is invalid, and his other sacrifices do not count for him. The shaving is disqualified because it had not been preceded by a valid offering, and in turn the subsequent offerings are disqualified because they had not been preceded by a valid shaving. It is thus clear that the shaving of the Nazir is one of the qualifications of his valid offerings, and the offering is one of the qualifications of a valid shaving. The fact that each action depends upon the other demonstrates that they are connected as 2 parts of the same process. The Rambam's second source shows that the special prohibitions that apply to a Nazir continue to apply even after the conclusion of his term of Naziris until both actions have been completed, the shaving and the bringing of his offerings. This further demonstrates the interdependence of the 2 obligations. In Tosefta, Nazir, chapter 2:10, it is set forth as well that a Nazir whose days of Naziris have concluded is still prohibited to shave, to drink wine, and to contract tumah from corpses, just as during his term of Naziris, until he performs that entire procedure, that is, everything included in the procedure called the shaving of purity, which is the shaving performed at the conclusion of his term of Naziris, as set forth in the 6th chapter of Nazir. That is, he shaves at the entrance of the Moed, the tent of meeting, and throws his hair under the kettle in which the meat of his shlamim peace offering is cooked, and he brings the offerings as written in Scripture. It is thus clear that both the shaving and the offerings are required to lift the prohibition of Naziris. All right, folks, I guess we'll have to make it one more day. It's getting late. We'll finish, God willing, tomorrow to sponsor a future mitzvah 36 100 of the gold. Have a good day.